Two people in Bath County face more than 100 charges after police say they were printing their own money.
Sheriffs say a Kentucky woman was beaten and scalped in a vicious attack by her ex-boyfriend and his dog.
Philadelphia is the next and final stop on the Pope's historic American tour. Coming up, we'll take you to a local prison that the Pope plans to visit.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon on this Friday. Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott reporting. State police are asking people and businesses in several Kentucky counties to watch out for counterfeit money.
This week, they shut down a counterfeiting operation and arrested 2 people in the case. But as WKYT's Victor Puente found out, a lot of that fake money is still out there. It's our top story at 4:30.
State police say this was a joint investigation that could impact 4 Kentucky counties. That's because more of those counterfeit bills could still be circulating. 41-year-old Daniel Rowe was charged with 127 counts of possession of a forged instrument. He's also charged with possession of a forgery device and fraudulent use of an EBT card. State police say when they searched his home on Bait Shop Road in Bath County, they found 127 counterfeit bills and an electronic benefits card that belonged to someone else.
Well, I saw the cars going by. There was a whole line of cars went by, and noticed that the last one was a state police car.
The arrest came after a joint investigation by state and Moorhead police, along with the Bath County Sheriff's Department. Neighbors say they didn't know what was happening.
Knocked on the back door, and then they tried to kick the door in, and he finally picked up something and broke the window and reached in and unlocked the door.
18-year-old Mariah Rowe was also charged with 127 counts of possession of a forged instrument and possession of a forgery device. State police are asking businesses and citizens in Rowan, Bath, Montgomery, and Carter counties to be on the lookout for counterfeit bills because it's possible more are out there.
I knew something bad had happened because I kind of know about the people. So
Daniel and Mariah Rowe are being held in the Montgomery County Detention Center. In Rowan County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Neighbors say police returned to the home late last night and appeared to collect more evidence. A northern Kentucky woman is recovering from a horrific attack last night.
A warning about what you're about to see. The woman was beaten and had 3/4 of her scalp ripped away from her head. The deputies say it was all at the hands of her ex-boyfriend and his dog. Brand Underwood reports.
Inside this Walton, Kentucky home, the Boone County Sheriff's Office says 26-year-old Marilyn Stanley was beaten, her ear chewed off by a dog, and even scalped by her ex-boyfriend Zachary Gross. Sheriff spokesman Tom Shaven says the assault started because of a Facebook post and that Gross started beating Stanley while they were eating.
She says she's about 4 French fries in when he socks her in the face and then follows it up with like 5 more.
But Shaven says it didn't end with a few punches. The assault escalated to the bedroom and became even more violent.
At one point she gets a knife in defense and he said, "Put the knife down or I'm going to sick the dog on you," and she didn't, so he did, and that's where the real injuries came in.
According to investigators, Gross used the knife to detach 70% of Stanley's scalp, and he used his dog to rip off her ear.
When he's finished, then he praises the dog for the work he did, and then makes her stand in front of the mirror and to look at herself now.
At the moment, the dog is at the county shelter, Gross at the county jail. After being beaten, cut with a knife, and attacked by a dog, Marilyn was dropped off here in this neighborhood just a couple of blocks away from where her mother lives. At that point, she was able to get some help and call the police.
We'll all raise our voices, we'll all say some things that we didn't mean to say in the heat of the moment. Domestic violence takes it a step further. I believe this takes domestic violence even a step further by sicking this pit bull on her and ripping her scalp off. There's no need for that.
Gross was arrested the same night as the alleged attack and is charged with second-degree assault and harboring a vicious animal. In Boone County, Brad Underwood.
A GoFundMe account has been set up to help Marilyn Stanley with those medical bills. Now, we're already seeing rain moving into the bluegrass.
Yeah, and it looks as if the showers could stick around through most of our weekend. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. Hi, Chris.
Hi, guys. It is wet out there right now across central and eastern Kentucky. Rains really coming down now here at the station on Winchester Road. Live look at the traffic on Winchester Road. Roads are wet out there and the showers are picking up in coverage and intensity. Here at the station, down to 62 degrees already. Winds are coming at us from the east and gusting up to 20 miles an hour. And rainfall, real-time numbers you're seeing here, we picked up now 0.02 of an inch at the station so far, and we've got a lot more to go. Everything coming against the grain on Defender. That means it's going from east to west, and Defender across the Bluegrass region with a lot of locally heavy downpours out there where you see the darker greens and the yellows across the downtown Lexington area. Watch out for some ponding on roadways. Eastbound on 64, rain. Down the Mountain Parkway, it is rainy. Southeastern Kentucky. Some areas here have already picked up close to 3/4 of an inch of rain on the day. Most of central Kentucky socked into the overcast and the soggy conditions. Look at Russell Springs, Somerset, Monticello, and Whitley City. Very heavy rains coming in across parts of southern Kentucky. All around this big area of low pressure that is to our southeast, guys. That flow, you can trace this all the way back across the Carolinas, down through the Bahamas, and into the Caribbean. Of all places. That's where we had to look to finally get some rains across central and eastern Kentucky. New hour by hour for the weekend in just a few.
All right, Chris, thank you. It is that time of year again. Keeneland begins next Friday. This year, Keeneland has partnered with the Hero campaign. The campaign is in its 16th year. It's one of many new additions you'll see at Keeneland this fall. One new tent you will also see is the Hero tent. Keeneland has partnered with the Hero campaign to raise awareness to make the best choice and choose a designated driver. If someone wants to be a designated driver for the day, they can sign up. That person will get a wristband and free soft drinks for the day. Keeneland is asking people to sign up at the Hero tent on the hill or at the gate to be designated drivers for their family and their friends.
We are inviting the world into Keeneland, not only for our live fall meet, but also for the Breeders' Cup. So we're happy to partner with the Hero campaign and expose them to a much larger audience than we're used to seeing.
The Hero campaign is a change that Keeneland hopes is a permanent one. We'll have more on the new additions for Keeneland this season on WKYT News at 5:30. Pope Francis will make a special stop when he visits Philadelphia. He's going to be paying a visit to inmates at a prison.
Don Champion talked with two inmates who hope this opportunity is life-changing.
Many visitors have passed through the doors of the current Fromhold Correctional Facility, but no one like him.
This had to have been the last thing that you thought would happen in here.
Yeah, definitely was. It's a huge opportunity.
31-year-old inmate Brandon Hargross is one of about 200 people who've been chosen to meet with Pope Francis when he arrives. Hargross has been here 16 months awaiting trial and says while he's not Catholic, faith has gotten him through.
Just not giving up under the circumstances that I'm in jail. Just keeping faith and keeping hope alive.
Hargross and other inmates even helped build this chair that the Pope will sit on during his visit. Edward Gilchrist is another inmate who will meet the Pope.
It definitely, picks me up and it lets me know that people are, people didn't just, clean their hands of you and, that people still think about you.
The inmates were chosen for, among other reasons, their good behavior. The Pope's visit here will highlight his focus on social justice. Earlier this year, Francis washed the feet of several prisoners in Rome.
People that, make mistakes can, they can bounce back, and they can become, a part of society again.
It'll be a meeting that will change lives. Don Champion, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Now, the prison the Pope is visiting opened in 1995 and houses inmates awaiting trial and those who are serving sentences of less than 3 years. Well, you'll want to look up on Sunday night. For the first time in more than 30 years, there will be a supermoon lunar eclipse to the sky.
The moon will be the closest it can get to Earth in its orbit, creating the supermoon. Then the eclipse will start about 8:11 Sunday night with a total eclipse 2 hours later. If you miss out on Sunday night, it will be a while before you get a second chance to see it. The next supermoon lunar eclipse won't happen until 2033. It is called Books for Belle, a celebration of Beauty and the Beast, the musical going on right here in Lexington this weekend.
And our Deanne Stevens is out and about at the Fayette Mall with more on that. Hey, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. We are here at the Fayette Mall in Lexington. My little friend Anna is going to put her book. Anna, can you put your book in there? We are celebrating with Beauty and the Beast. Yay! Good job, Anna! Kiddos have been coming throughout the day to put the books in the box for the Books for Belle, and it's all in celebration of Beauty and the Beast happening at the Lexington Opera House this weekend. The beautiful Belle and my favorite princess of all time. Truly love this story. Is with us, isn't it? It's a magnificent story, and I love how everything just kind of comes to life with the Beast, and so I could go on and on about that, but you're bringing it to life this weekend on stage.
I am, yes.
Very exciting for you, Brooke, I should say. Talk about the show and what folks are going to see at the Opera House this weekend.
Well, this whole story is just, it's our Disney classic, what we grew up with. Beauty and the Beast is just all about seeing beyond the exterior into what is inside of people and the goodness and the love inside of everyone. And it's the whole journey with all the enchanted objects and the Beast and Belle and everyone seeing what is just the beauty in everyone.
Inside everyone.
Yeah, of course.
True. And I love what you guys are doing, incorporating the books. You know, Belle loved books, had books everywhere, was in the library all the time. And you guys have been here throughout the day at Fayette Mall reading to children books. It's got to be neat for you all to have that interaction with them.
It's exciting and beautiful, and the kids, they're just so cute, and they love just listening to the stories, and it's beautiful to see them just like wrapped up in these magical world of these stories.
And bringing their little Belle dolls. I love it. Okay, very few tickets are still available at the Lexington Opera House. Luann Franklin, if they can get them, they should call?
They should call 233-3535 or LexingtonOperaHouse.com, Ticketmaster.com.
And thank you to the Fayette Mall for kicking all this off. Books, you'll take them all weekend, right?
We'll take them all weekend. You can drop them off at the Guest Services Center. We'll have the box there, and they're all going to be donated to the Carnegie Center, so it's for a great cause.
I cannot wait to see Beauty and the Beast happening at the Lexington Opera House this weekend. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about with Belle. Back to you guys.
Great show.
If you've not seen it, go see it.
All right. It's the end of the road for a long-running CBS series, and a music legend gets a call from a world leader.
Suzanne Marquez has your eye on entertainment.
A week after pranksters called Elton John pretending to be Vladimir Putin, the Russian president called the music legend for real. A government spokesman says Putin agreed to meet with the rock star to discuss gay rights issues. Matt Damon and Jessica Chastain walked the red carpet for the London premiere of their new movie, The Martian.
Surprise.
Damon plays an astronaut left behind on the red planet in the Ridley Scott film.
I think a lot of that kind of risk of being on your own on screen is mitigated when you have a brilliant, world-class director with you.
The Martian opens in the U.S. next week. Director Eli Roth is out with a new horror film. The Green Inferno follows a group of young activists whose mission to help save the rainforest goes horribly wrong. Star Lorenza Izzo admits shooting in the Amazon was dangerous, and a lot of her screams were real.
I did almost drown in one part. I made the cut. It happened a lot. The almost died thing happened a lot.
The Green Inferno opens today. And William Peterson and Marg Helgenberger return for the final episode of CSI this Sunday. The hit CBS series about forensics experts is ending its run after 15 seasons. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Suzanne Marquez, CBS News, Hollywood.
What is that I hear on the rooftop? Anna?
Could it really be rain? I don't think we have seen it in such a long time, Chris Bailey. We kind of forgot what it was.
Yeah, not in here as of yet, but we do hear it on the roof. And I looked outside, guys, and look at our sky cam. It's raining. It's beautiful out there for a Friday evening. Now, if you're out driving in it, okay, you're probably saying a few choice words at me right now, but you know what? And high school football games are going to be in the drink tonight. Defender tracking a lot of those rains that we desperately needed. We've been dry around here for the past 4 or 5 weeks into most of central and eastern Kentucky, and everything's coming at us against the grain from east to west. And right now in the Lexington area, starting to see the rains picking up in coverage and intensity. The darker greens, the areas of yellow. I even spy with my little eye a little bit of orange down there in northern parts of Madison County. That's some heavier downpours heading toward the Richmond area and Red House, and that's what we're going to be tracking over the next several hours. Guys, nice soaking rains on your Friday evening.
Chris, thank you. A robot in line for electronics and an unusual reason to ground a plane. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
Many people in Lexington camped out this morning for the new iPhone, but one woman in California camped out the easy way from the comfort of her home. Brianna is using a remote presence device to hold her spot in line in Palo Alto. She's at home down in San Diego. Apple employees say they are just fine with selling a tech device to another tech device, just as long as Brianna can pay for it. That's different.
It's one way to do it. All right, forget snakes on the plane. How about tarantulas in first class? A Delta Airlines flight from Baltimore to Atlanta was grounded Wednesday night after the 8-legged creature escaped from its cage. The passengers were put on another flight. A Delta spokesman said the captain grounded the plane so it could be searched for any additional tarantulas. No others were found. That's good. The spider never got out of the cargo hold. You just never know what can be lurking around.
Well, the stranger things of happening on a flight, tarantula. Sounds like a bad movie.
Yeah, it does. All right, stick with us. Here's what we're working on for you now at 5 o'clock.